Hello everybody, I just wanted to take a minute and show you what goes into getting a photo ready to send off on Google Drive for you. And generally when I'm in the house, I'll take anywhere from like 2 to 6 pictures that ultimately get blended together for the perfect lighting. This one is going to be a combination of 3 pictures, and I'll kind of explain why I do that as we go along. This is the ambient picture where I didn't add anything. This is just what the room looked like. And I kind of try to expose it medium. And this one's actually pretty good. And the ambient picture is going to help kind of show some of these lights. It's going to help even out some shadows later, probably. And it's going to help these whites over here, probably also. And this is my flashed picture. You can see a major difference. And you can see that I lose a lot of those lighting effects with the flash, and that's why I do the ambient. So the first thing I do in editing is pick a white and set my color. My computer will do that automatically if I have a good white to reference from. Let's see. Looking around at everything's looking pretty good on this one. Sometimes I get some weird shadows that I have to deal with. And you notice that this window here in both of these pictures is just too much. So that's why I take a shot where I shoot directly, the flash is directly at the window. You'll see some real estate pictures where they don't do this, and the blinds or the trim will look darker than everything else around it, and it looks unnatural, and that's why I do it with the direct flash. And I'm also going to set my whites there, and you'll hear me click some buttons and do some things. That's because I have a lot of shortcuts saved on my keyboard and mouse for all these different things that I do every day, multiple times a day. But this one here, you saw it bring out the colors a little bit. Notice no color, color. All right. And I usually have to brighten that up a hair. That looks pretty good. Make it a little bit more green out there. I'm gonna go back to this shot too, because I wanted to talk about, also in a lot of real estate pictures, you see these corners are darker, and that's because they don't use a flash. And they use 3 to 5 blended pictures without a flash. And those to me end up kind of too contrasty with these like dark areas, but the flash takes away all those dark areas. All right, I'm going to select all 3 of these pictures and use my shortcut on my mouse to send this over to Photoshop. And it's going to stack them on top of each other in the exact order that I had them. And then I'm going to do a shortcut on my mouse to blend the ambient and flash layers. So notice how kind of organic that is now, where I get some of this lighting back. I get some of the ambient shadows. This area over here is looking really good. Yeah, I'm liking that. So if I'm good on that, just checking. All right, I can bring my flash layer on top. I'm gonna set that to, well, let me show you what I just did. This is my flash layer, and I'm actually going to mask it, which means it goes away, but it's still on top. And then I'm going to select this window. I try to get all the trim so it matches, and I think we're good there. Yeah, that looks great. I'm gonna have to fix something up here in a little bit. I might try to get rid of this truck, but sometimes I have 3 or 4 windows and I have to do this 3 or 4 different times. That's kind of depending. Okay. Did I remember to mask that? No. Let's mask it now. There we go. And now I'm gonna bring my paintbrush up, and I'm just gonna paint. So now I need to bring that brightness up just a little bit. Notice how the trim isn't quite as white. I'm going to deselect to see how that looks. I think that looks great. Looks more natural. And then sometimes I have to do things like get rid of vehicles. I don't always do this, but while you're here, I'm gonna do this one. And this is AI. AI is, I just tell it what to do and it does it for me, and it works most of the time. This one's going to be a difficult one for it because it's got to try to figure out what's behind the truck. And notice, see, it didn't do it right. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's going to try this one. Nope, that doesn't work. It's got to be that one. And then I'm going to do this one also. Let's see what happens. Sometimes I do all of this and it looks bad and I just go back and get rid of them all. This doesn't, sometimes it goes really fast, sometimes it goes slow. It kind of depends on their servers. I don't like that. Need grass. And let's try one more. Generate it multiple times just to see how many different options they give me. Is this going to be one that I have to go back and just get rid of it all and leave the truck in? That doesn't make any sense. That picture doesn't. Alright, I'm going to do it one more time. And we'll see what happens here. There's a grassy one. There, that one looks alright. Matches a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to save this, go back over to my original program, which is Lightroom, delete the original 3. I'm going to check my vertical alignment here and make sure that everything is perfectly level. And take one more look at everything, check something to make sure we're in focus. Yeah. And we're good to go. That goes into just about every picture that I send out to you.